Welcome to the show, guys. I am so glad that y'all was able to make it on today. I am so excited. I have some wonderful, wonderful guests today. Our first guest is going to be the Scotts. They are supersonic, amazing. They are bosses. Okay, let me bring them on so you can see for yourself. Hey, guys.
Hey, how are you?
How are you? I am so glad to have y'all on the show.
Thank you for having us. We're excited to be here.
So, before I go into your personal business, we're going to talk about business first, and then I want to go about how y'all met, okay?
Absolutely.
Alrighty, so both of you guys own your own business?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We actually run a super small shop in Marion, Ohio. We just opened in April, and he sells his portion, and then I also have mine right there in the mix of it.
So what do you sell?
I do bath and body products. I make bath bombs. I make all kinds of shapes, sizes. I also do like whipped soaps, whipped sugar scrubs. I do what's it called? Powdered bubble bath. I had to think about it. And I love making everything look like food. It's a problem, but it's a calorie-free problem.
Okay. Because you bathe in it. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
And so, do they have a set?
I do. I do sets. Like for Mother's Day, we have like a little set with a shirt and a tumbler, and then it's got like wax melts, and then a couple little lotions, creams, and scrubs.
I love it. I love it. You're just kind of like an entrepreneur, like of all things. I love it. I love it. So, what else is in your shop?
I do shoes and apparel, customized apparel. We have a Cricut maker. We have 2 presses. We have a 12 by 12 heat press. We have a 15 by 15 heat press. We do sublimation. We do vinyl. We're doing our Mother's Day gift baskets right now. I should have showed you. It's got the skull on it, and it says, "But did you die?"
Because that's me all day. Like, I ask my kids that like 10 times a day. Like, but did you die? Are you bleeding?
Oh my goodness. So this is the new thing. I can't do it. So I love it. I love the creativity. So have any kids picked up that creativity?
Our daughter loves to bake.
Okay.
Gordon's more of a scientific, like he likes the scientific stuff. Ray is
outdoorsy.
Yeah, he's like the outdoors kid. And then Zanaya
touches everything.
She just a mess and likes to touch everything.
And so y'all have 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like amazing. So you are not only entrepreneurs, y'all have 4 children. I think y'all have 2 dogs.
Yeah, we have 2 puppies.
Oh my goodness. We got plans.
we actually, Bruiser is almost 5 actually. We rescued him from the streets of Texas. He followed our girls home, and he's been here ever since. And then Bella, she was born dead and nobody wanted her. So we got her, and I cared for her. She came to live with us. She was 5 weeks old, and she literally laid on my chest every night. She was so tiny. And now she's just a butt. She's so special. That's what we're gonna call her.
I'm pretty sure they're just spoiled, okay?
They are. They're very spoiled.
Do you feel like it's easy being an entrepreneur?
No.
No, not at
all.
No, I mean, some.
And you got us on the week where we're like pulling our hair out, like, oh,
that's the whole part of me scratching my head, like, oh.
Like, so you got us at literally the perfect time, because this is that where you don't know which way to go phase. Like, you're like, I know this is what I want to do. I know this is what I gotta do, but I'm ready to just jump ship and run away. Like, but I feel like that's a part of the journey. And I feel like where a lot of people skip out at is they skip them hard parts, and that's why they never make it, because they quit before they get there.
Right. I love that. That's so true. So I'll be looking for that shirt. That shirt should be coming out soon.
Ooh, actually, that's a smart idea.
I can make a shirt out. I make shirts out of everything. When I first learned how to sublimate, I ran through like 15 shirts. She said, "Dude, you got to slow down on the shirts." I said, "But I just love it."
Look, if it's catchy, oh yeah, I like it. I like it. And so, how do you manage it all?
We
Being a
don't.
wife, being a husband, being a father, being an entrepreneur.
Honestly, day by day.
We don't.
Day by day. She says we don't, but we do. We do. It's day by day, hour by hour, because this is a unprecedented time that we're living in right now. So
We did take.
it's
We took what we have with the COVID, and we were just like, why not? COVID actually put a fire under us that we knew, like, this is it. Like, we have to go. We have to do what we need to do.
Right. You know, and COVID did that to a lot of people too. You know, it just kind of pushed everybody to the, either you
Yeah.
was to sink or swim.
yeah, that was it.
So, do you feel like you get a lot of support from family and friends?
Not really.
Not really.
My grandmother supports us. She's really good at supporting us. Our kids are very supportive for the most part.
When they don't have to work in the shop, they're supportive.
If they got to be here, they're trying to sleep, and yeah. But
somebody put on there they love that we don't.
Right.
Man,
My mom is
pretty supportive.
My mom is pretty supportive, but other than that,
we have a couple of cousins that are, but for the most part, it's me and him against the world.
It's been mostly strangers, like you and people on Facebook, people I don't even really know or I've just gotten to know. But I've come to learn in business that's how it is. Like people that are closer to, even those you call your friends, when you open a business or when you do a business, they tend to shy away from you. I'm like, I don't understand, but.
Except for my best friend. My best friend, like, I have two best friends. I have a man best friend, I have a girl best friend. And those two are the most supportive. Like, they might not be able to get up here because they're both like 2 hours away, but they are, how are you doing? You got this. Like, if I'm having a hard time, they are all about, like, you can't quit. You got this. It's going to be all right. Like, they're really supportive. So I'm appreciative of that.
Very true. Dolo
and Des.
It is always so great to have true friends that have your back regardless.
We don't have many, but there's a couple that they mean a lot.
That's good. Okay, so I know y'all have to have some secrets you can give to some of us out here who've been thinking about maybe starting a business. Or, because y'all have family, y'all have kids, y'all have animals, like that's a lot. And so what advice would you give somebody?
Honestly,
besides we just don't.
No, honestly, this is the best thing we ever did. It's the hardest thing. I will say that it is the hardest thing, but it's the best thing. I think my biggest tip would be, if you're going to start it, don't quit. Don't have, like, you basically have to have quitting is not an option. So our marriage, divorce is not an option. And that's how we've lasted for a decade. Because honestly, there have been times I wanted to run him over with the car and say, you want to know what, I'm done. I've threatened many a times to bury him under our shed. And I'm sure our daughter, she's almost 9, and she's like, are you going to bury dad under the shed again? And I'm like, oh my, I probably should stop saying that.
Okay, because we're going to know where to find him.
Yeah, I got to find a new hiding spot now. But honestly, you have to take quitting out of the equation. If you don't take quitting out of the equation, then it's always going to be in the back of your mind. And at one point in time, you're just going to be like, it's going to get too hard, and you're just going to give it up.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, I got COVID. I got diagnosed with COVID yesterday, and I almost was going to cancel the show. And I was just like, I can't. For the next month, I am booked. And there's no way I could reschedule y'all because y'all are amazing.
Thank
Like
you.
all the things that you do, the next person that's up, like I can't deny that from the world.
Thank
They
you.
need to hear about all this greatness, okay?
But you don't have quitting in your vocabulary.
I just yeah.
You put it out. And that's the thing. Like, honestly, I was nervous. I'm like, because I used to do a lot of lives, and now I'm like, I'll do one every now and then. And I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do this. And Bruce's like, well, we already signed up for it now, so we're here.
Yep, gotta do it.
Try to always be a person of our word.
Someone said they loved that advice that you gave. And then it was I had another question. What was it? Hold on, let me see. Look at me trying to bounce that. Okay, so y'all ready? Y'all ready for the tea? So would you like to tell us how y'all met?
Do you want to tell them, or do you want me to
I'll
tell
tell
them?
them. We met online. It was a dating app called Tags back when the dating thing on that dating apps were like big, up and coming, trending, stuff like that. We met on Tags. It was originally supposed to be a one night stand. We had agreed to this. Well, first, let me go back. She played me the first time. I had set it up. I had just came home from prison. I had been home, I think, maybe 3 or 4 months. And I met her on Tags. And I said, hey, would you like to come over for dinner? I'll make dinner. Blah, blah. I was working. She was like, yeah. She stood me up.
I did. Hey, somebody called and said, can I take you to the bar to eat? I said, you want to know what? Yep, I'm there. Let's go.
I can't. Okay, so did I just hear that you went to prison?
We both did, yeah. We went together.
So you're saying that somebody who went to prison can have their own businesses?
Yeah,
I just wanted to.
absolutely.
I was at. I'm an ex drug addict.
Like what? That's like I don't think that. I think people need to hear the power of that. You know,
I've been to prison 3 times. I've been to prison 3 times. So
he's got multiple numbers. I have multiple jail stays. I have a prison number, and honestly, it's just a decision. And I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's cliche," or "That's not true." But honestly, it's just a decision.
You have to be ready
to change.
You honestly change, and you have to know that with that change, there are going to be obstacles. There are going to be roadblocks. There's going to be temptations. There's going to be everything in a way to stop you from trying to persevere. There's going to be people who are going to purposely step on your way. They're going to do things, and there's things that are going to be happening that are going to be beyond your control, just to see how you react. The universe going to say, "Oh yeah, you want to change? Let me hit you in the mouth. Let me see how you do." And that right there, if you quit, the universe is like, "See, I told you wasn't ready." But if you stand up, it's like, "Oh, you want to hit people with garbage cans."
I love it. Like somebody over here laughing saying one night stand. It's not even about the one night stand. It's the one night stand, and she stood him up.
Oh, we didn't even finish that. So I definitely stood him up.
Oh yeah.
And he kept calling like every day, and I'm like, let me just be real with him and tell him, like, listen, I don't want nothing serious. I'm good. I have a crazy ex-husband. I'm like I got married super young. It was nuts. So I knew like being in a relationship was not even, I was good. And I told him, I said, listen, I just want to meet you. I want to fuck, and I want to go on. I said, we can get drunk. I'll even cook you some food, but I got to go.
Okay, in that order.
In that order. And I was not looking. I was against relationships. I was a hoe. Let's just be real. And I don't know what happened. We here 10 years later. We're still going.
Later.
Are we allowed?
And that's the reason why I wanted y'all on the show, because like they need to understand.
It's okay to say bad words on here, right? Because I feel like my mouth can be a little bit, but this is just me. Like, somebody
said, stop it.
I always try to be respectful of everybody else, but at the end of the day, I'm just me.
And I so love it. That's why I wanted y'all on the show, because sometimes we just think people have to be these perfect people, college people, perfect home people, and you own a like. There's a I didn't do the statistic, but there's not a lot of people that own a shoe business.
No, there's not. So with the shoe business, it's nothing. It's retail, but it's not like clothing. Clothing is a lot easier to get vendors than it is with the shoe business. With the shoe business, it can be very cutthroat. It can be very, very cutthroat. As I'm learning, especially in this day and age, with the up and coming online businesses and stuff like that. But it's a lot. Like, so when I signed up for, let's just say, Sperry, it took almost 4 months to get an approval.
It takes so long just to hear back from them.
And then you have to have and then once that, first thing they ask you is if you have a brick and mortar store. That's the first thing.
You have to have brick and mortar.
You have to have a brick and mortar store. And
I can't sell it in my truck.
No.
Okay.
To actually get Sperry, Nike,
Reebok,
Hey Dude,
Vans,
any of that, you have to have a brick and mortar, and some of them you have to even do for a year or more.
I applied for Vans, and they immediately told me, which I appreciate. They was like, "Yeah, we can do business with you, but unfortunately, you have to have your store open for a year." I was like, "Okay, I can respect that." And that was just the beginning of this month. So I'm like, so I know in January 2022, I can put my application in. And by then, you see what I'm saying? By then, I'll be done had ascertained some, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, some status. We got my name out there, so it can be rough. Like, and even when you get them, like right now because it's COVID, I'm waiting on multiple shipments. Multiple shipments.
We've been waiting on shipments.
Due to COVID and I remember about 3 weeks ago, the tanker in the Suez Canal down in Panama City that was blocking the Panama City Canal. It was blocking a lot of shipments and the cargo coming in. So it's a lot of cargo at the Suez Canal, partly COVID. There's nothing we can do about it. So the only thing we can do is place our orders and
hope for the best.
When they come, they come.
Okay. Somebody want to know what kind of shoes. I think you might have covered it before they asked the question, but they want to know like what kind of shoes you sell. And before you answer that question, could y'all drop in the link if you can't do it now when it's over, your link so people can know where to find you?
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll do that.
I don't know how to do it now, but I'll do it when we get off because I don't really.
They want to know what kind of shoes.
Nike, Converse, Sperry. And Jordan, of course, because it's Nike.
And then sandals.
We have sandals.
We're looking to get more. We're waiting for vendors. That's
okay.
We're waiting for like the people to get back to us. So hopefully we'll have Hey Dude soon. Fila, Puma, and Crocs. Those are the four we've been waiting on.
Oh, and a piece of advice to anybody that's watching that's interested in opening a shoe store. Check your area that you're at, because a lot of places like Skechers told me no right now.
Because they had 2 stores.
There was already 2 vendors here, and they felt like it would be a conflict of interest. So if you're ever interested in opening a shoe store, I would suggest you check your local surroundings for shoe stores. Like DSW, even local ones like ours, because there might be a chance that vendor might not give you an account because it might become too saturated.
Okay, I get that. And I appreciate, my son is one of those people who want to do a shoe store one day.
Do it.
So, And so somebody said they love you. No, they said a ho, and I love them.
She said a ho, I love
them. A ho. I want to make sure it wasn't a half a ho. They said a ho.
Oh no, baby, I was a ho and a half. It was bad.
Oh, I love that.
They was like, but I love them. And so somebody said Air Jordan's releases. Do you get the new Air Jordan releases?
Yes, I do. Right now. Like I said, shipping is so frustrating. I'm waiting on some Jordan releases. I have to check the manifest, but I'm waiting on some Jordan releases. I'm waiting on 2020 fly knits, I believe. I've been waiting on those for like 2.5 months. I've been waiting on Air Forces. I asked for Air Forces. They told me they couldn't provide me with any Air Forces right now due to COVID. So it's just like I have shoes, but it's like I don't have shoes. So
we have probably, I don't know, 60 pair, maybe 70 pair, but that's not that many when you think of how some of them are just different sizes and stuff styles. Like that.
Okay, so if I went in the store and I found a pair of shoes that I like, now can you order those?
Yeah, we can order.
It's actually quicker to order because in bulk is what's taking long. The single items are not. That's the difference.
That's crazy, right?
Somebody didn't put their order in the comments. They said they want the the hyper royal ones. Contact me. They ready. They got their size and everything.
Okay.
So you have a personalized order, okay?
Okay, I appreciate it.
So I find this on Facebook. Is this on Facebook or how do we find it?
So you can go to our Facebook, watch it, and you can go to our YouTube and watch it. And
okay.
Okay, I thought it was on YouTube.
Oh, that is awesome. I really love this. I'm excited.
Yeah. On Thursday, it'll be on iHeartRadio and it'll be on podcast. Now, those aren't visual. Those are just audio.
That's audio is cool.
Bro, this is the coolest thing ever.
You know, I'm asking the blueprint, and the whole purpose is to introduce people behind the brands.
I love it.
People need to know who you are. Why did you do what you do? You know, you're going to inspire people who think that they can do it. There are so many people who I know, like, oh, I can't find a good job because I'm a felon. Make your own job.
Wait till you hear my story about why I became an entrepreneur.
I would love it. Let's go.
So we looked. Our daughter had actually been attacked by a dog, so we had to do a bunch of surgeries, and we were back and forth from Columbus to Marion, Ohio. And we got a job at this washer and dryer place here, Whirlpool. And then the next day they fired us because, and they knew about our felonies. This is the thing. They knew about our felonies, but because we were trafficking and heroin, that is where it caught us. They said we can't hire anybody, and that how they put it, they said they couldn't hire anybody with that type of felony. Yeah. Something of that sort. Okay. And so we literally got hired and got fired in less than 12 hours. And then we had looked some more. We were staying in my grandma's garage. Our kids were staying in the house. The garage was it wasn't like no pretty garage. It was a dusty, nasty, but that's where we had us. Me and him laid in the garage with our puppy.
Okay.
So we did that, and I think it was in September of 17. In September of 17, I went into Popeyes to get a job, and I was filling out the application, and I checked felon because I'm honest about it. You want to know what I did? I'll tell you all about it. I don't care. But I was honest about it, and they said, because you are trafficking in heroin, we cannot hire you. And I'm like,
wow.
I can't even flip chicken? What the hell?
Oh, that day she came back, she's like, I can't even flip no fucking chicken. She's like, fuck you, Popeyes. I'm like,
hey, I was so mad. I said, you want to know what? I'm done. I will never work for another soul in my life. And I meant that. Now, I was in a couple MLMs. You know, I did what I had to do. I was in them. I won't say nothing about that. But on the flip side, I worked online for 3 years, and COVID hit. And COVID made me realize, I've been doing DIY stuff for the longest. And that's when it all came about. I was like, you know, I'll take my passion and I'm about to make money.
Exactly. I love it. Somebody said, how did you get filed in First Day, Craig?
Hold on. They said what?
How you get fired on your first day, Craig?
Man, I didn't even get to work yet. That's
exactly.
Well, it was like actually it was like 36 hours. We filled it out, and then like a day and a half later, they got a call, and it was like Rachad Scott. I'm like, yeah. It's like, well, unfortunately, we have to.
They hired us on the spot.
we had to terminate you. I'm like, wait, terminate me? I'm like, I don't understand.
I don't even start till tomorrow.
They said your background report came back. I said my background report. I said, hold on. I said, hold on, bro. I said, I told you every fucking thing. I said, I was honest with you. They said, I know.
So you told them.
Yeah, we told them during the interview because it was Whirlpool. It's Whirlpool, but they have like
another service.
They had a temporary service in there that they were hiring, so that you could be hired in, and so it was like Kelly Staffing Service or something like that. And we were honest with them because I was like, man, listen, we not too long ago we had felonies, but I'm like, we were in Texas, but we came back. Unfortunately, we lost our jobs. Like we're just trying to get on our feet. He was like, no problem, man. We hire felons all the time. We got you. I'm like, cool. We were excited. I'm like, yeah, we get to get child. We finally gonna be able to get out your grandma's garage. And then they call back like, yeah. I'm like, what?
I ain't never got fired in
I ain't never heard of that.
Okay. I just want to repeat a little bit. If I wasn't so ragged in here, I probably would repeat a lot. But I just want people to understand their beginning of their story and then where they are now, guys. Like that just shows you can do any mistake that you made. All you got to do is what you said, just make the decision not to do it, right?
Yeah, it's really that easy, but it's also really that hard.
Yeah.
Hey, I can say it easy, but to do it, it's a whole nother story. But honestly, when I went to jail for our last charge, I went to jail and I was like, you want to know what? I'm done with this. And I would walk 1,000,000 miles a minute in this little circle in the jail. Them women probably was getting a headache from watching me walk around in them circles. And I would just tell myself every day, like, I'm done with this shit. I can't do this no more. I ain't about to go to jail no more. And then they said, you going to prison. I said, oh, well, baby, I can't even get bail. You said no bail, and you told me I'm going to prison. What?
Wow.
And I went to prison, and every day, everybody thought I was crazy in there. I'm sure, because I would go outside, I would walk, I wouldn't talk to many people. I did me. I stayed in myself, but I wasn't staying to myself. I was working on myself.
Yes.
And that's the biggest thing is you got to work on yourself. If you don't, you can't expect to be like you can make the decision, but if you don't also put in that work and work on yourself, maybe you'll never ever get there ever.
Very true.
I love it. Now, are y'all doing a giveaway?
We can, yeah. I wasn't sure. I don't know how to. I had emailed you last night, but it was also late because
I got some.
Girl, they gave me some real good medication.
I got some. Hold on, give me 1 second. I got some to give away.
And so Meagan, we coming for you, Meagan. We coming. So what y'all need to do is tell them what they need to do to win. And I'm gonna put you backstage while I talk to Meagan, and then they gotta do whatever it is you're telling them to win, if that makes sense.
Okay, so, what do you think they gotta do to win?
I don't know, but I got the TikTok leggings though.
I'm gonna win these. Okay.
Okay. What do you think?
So what do they have to do?
Y'all just go.
Okay. Do one of y'all have y'all phone on you?
Yeah. Let me.
Okay. I'm gonna take you off of stage. Can you drop in the comments? Go to Facebook.
Just tell them to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube. It's Victoria M. Scott. Just subscribe to YouTube. That'll work.
You want them to put something underneath something, or?
There's a new video on there. Underneath the new video, it's the. Let me go to YouTube.
Drop the link in there, and when we get through talking to Meagan, whoever did what you asked them to do, I don't know how you're gonna pick. Like, let's say 5 or 6 people do it. You pick who win, and then.
Okay. All right, that works. Can we drop it on the computer right here?
No. So go get on your phone and go to Facebook. Go
Okay.
to Unmasking the Blueprint.
Okay. Let me do that real quick.
I'm
Okay.
doing it right now.
Oh, she's doing it.
And so, okay, tell them again what you want them to do so we make sure we're on the same page.
I'm going to put our YouTube link in the comments and just go to our YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and the very last video that's on.
We just did it today. It would be a PKW haul.
No,
Okay.
I didn't put that.
Oh, you didn't
I
got
didn't
that
put that up. It's Ray's first driving session. It's our
Okay.
son driving the car to do his job.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So just like and comment on that video. That's all.
She's gonna drop it in the comments, guys. So ready, set, go. All right, I'm gonna put y'all backstage. We
All right.
have the amazing Meagan. She is a poet. She is a coach. Hey, boo.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I am fabulous. I am so glad to have you on the show. What do you have going on?
I got a lot going on. I literally just left practice from coaching my team that I coach for travel ball. So I'm just got back home and hopped online to talk to you.
Okay. You have anything going on with your poetry that you'd like to tell us about?
Oh yes, May 2nd. Is we do this thing every month. It's with Zay Lamb and Zay Lamb Ministries. It's called Therapeutic Sundays. It's off 711 Homestead Street in Houston, Texas. It's just a unique way to worship, come and praise, just something that's not the traditional way. It's not church, I want to put that out there. It's not church. It's just a bunch of dope singers. You got me, the poet. It's just pretty dope. I love going every month. There's always a guest artist there. I've opened up for Leandria Johnson, Daryl Walls. Who's the first one? I can't remember. Oh, Zicardi Cortez. They're always lit every month. We're lit. That's it.
Can you tell us the name of that place again? And you have a lot of fans in the inbox over here, okay? On Facebook, okay? It's my woohoo, pretty Meagan. That's my baby. Yeah, you got a lot of fans right now. So, could some of these fans drop what she's saying? So, what is it called again?
It's called Therapeutic Sunday.
Therapeutic Sunday. And where is it located?
Off 711 Homestead Street.
Okay, so if y'all can drop this, we love her. I can tell. I can see y'all over here. So drop that down so people, and so you'll be there this next month?
No, May 2nd. Yes, ma'am. May 2nd. I'll be
there. So you'll be there. Okay. That's amazing. Okay.
And then also I'm going to do something for the graduates of Lamar University as well for the African American students, and that will be May 8th. So that's it. And then I had a wedding coming up, but I'm gonna miss it because of work. So shout out to Coach Brown if she's watching. She's always in my heart.
Okay. So you say you're gonna miss it?
Yes, I have to work, and I'm upset, but it's okay. I got something for her.
Okay. You're gonna take care of it.
Yes.
I got you. And so what inspires you to write? I've heard a few of your pieces and I'm moved each piece that I hear.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's dope. Well, oh geez. Okay. So I started writing because of I call her my godmom or bonus mom. It was just something that she liked to do. And ironically it started because I couldn't understand the poems in school. And so she's also my little mentor or teacher. The lady was smart. But she would always help me on my homework and I couldn't understand the poems and she was breaking them down like it was nothing. And I would ask her how do you know this? And she told me she write. And so me being me, I'm competitive. I told her she ain't had no bars, she can't rhyme. So I start coming for her throat. We start having rap battles. And she killed me with this one line. I look like Danielle in the head and Darren in the legs with chicken legs or something. And I haven't rap battled against her since. But she was very, very hands-on with me writing poetry and me just, I guess, growing. She was tough. Anything that I wrote, I let her hear it first. And she told me, oh, that's trash. It sucks. Your wordplay is weak. Anything. And so she passed away. in 2019, and so like I just keep pushing and doing everything for her, and with every piece, every performance in this podcast, like it's for her. Is I do
Oh,
everything, like I don't know, with her in mind. Every piece that I write, I just try to represent her and make her proud in the best way that I can. So shout out to C Easy and the Chapmans. I love you guys. You already know how we rock.
somebody said it takes a village. I love that. I love that. People don't even understand that things that we do, can affect other people for life. You know,
Yes, yes.
we play out, so I think that's so important. So you told me how you started writing. So did you have any poems that you have a favorite line from?
I do.
Was there a lot?
And when I wrote this particular line, I was in Walmart getting some noodles because I was in college at Lamar. So I was buying some chicken noodles, and I don't know why, but it just came to my head, and it was like, "You stuck a needle in my faith and overdosed me with doubt." Yeah,
From some
that's my
noodles?
favorite line. Yeah,
Talented. I
yeah.
didn't even see that. Like, I love it. I
You're
love it. So
welcome.
say it again.
You stuck a needle in my faith and overdosed me with doubt.
Deep, deep, deep. Somebody told me that's my coach.
Oh Lord,
Somebody
Brenaya,
said it, they
stop.
sorry for your loss, but your outcome is so amazing. It really is.
Thank you.
I'm glad you was able to take something that's so painful and still be able to grow with it.
Yeah,
That's really good.
I think that's an advantage for me. Um, like anybody who knew her name is Christy. So anybody who knew Christy know like that she went through a lot. And so a lot of the times like we would talk, but I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes she would tell me stuff, she would tell me the real, and I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now. And so I don't know, she kind of helped me interpret other people's feelings and basically say it for them for what they couldn't say. Because I don't
Okay.
know, I personally don't know like who else she would go and talk to about the things that she would talk to me about, but I took it upon myself to like relay it in a better way, if that makes sense.
You like I took all this in. I took all this in. But
Yes,
I love it. Knowledge is power. I
I
love it. I
agree.
love it. And your words is power.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Okay. So any tips for anybody who want to be a poet or who want to write?
Um, I think we're all poets.
I
Um,
like that.
because poetry is just telling or saying how you feel, talking about your own thoughts and your own personal story, or like you could be like me and try to speak for others and try to be a voice for the voiceless and give those without hope some hope. But I think we're all poets in everything that we do. I think with the Scots that just were on before me, that their whole testimony and their story, like to me, that's poetry, like because it it's like a passion, and you're telling a story, like not necessarily with your words, but with your actions. Like I tell my girls all the time, basketball is poetry in motion, and if you're passionate about it, you're going to take your time with it, and it's just going to naturally flow. And all of my words and my advantages that I have with wordplay or speed and the way that I talk, I use those things as an advantage to show my passion to my audience and show like how much it means to me. So I'm going to paint you a pretty picture while I'm on the court, and I'll paint you a pretty picture with my words.
Girl, all your words in real life, I know I'm not the only person. They just kind of all flowing together. I'm just like, oh, I get it. I see it. The poetry and the lines. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I am so proud of you. Yes, very well spoken. Like, yeah. Like it was like I could visualize where you was going. Like it was like a path. I was just like, where we going? What you finna say? I loved it. I loved it. Um, because she sits. Oh, because that's her baby.
That must be my mama.
Yes, because that's her
That's
baby. That's
Mama
why.
Meg there.
Girl. I love it. Now I don't know if you want to or not, but would you like to recite us a poem?
Ooh.
You don't
Okay.
have to. I know it's on the spot.
All right. I got you. I'll do necessary. It's my go-to. I would say, are you ready? But it's only you. Okay, so I can't do this anymore. I've been crying and praying and praying and crying. I've cried so many tears, and frankly, I'm tired of trying. I'm trying to walk by faith and not by sight, but it's kind of hard to keep up with faith when you got nothing but failure in your sight. And Lord, you told me if I ask and I shall receive, but every time I pray and I ask and I never receive, you still expect me to do a good deed, sow a seed, and still believe. But how can I believe in something I never see? I see you blessing everybody else, but when you gonna bless me? And every time I ask why, I can never get an answer. All they ever get is don't question God, or sweetheart, go talk to your pastor. But why can't I question God if I don't understand? Jesus questioned God, and he was just him in the form of a man. Then why every time I walk inside the church, all I get is stares? Simply because I don't have the same type of clothes that they wear, and I'm dealing with people who are holier than thou inside the church building on Sunday, just to become somebody else outside the church building on Monday. And excuse me, I'm a bit confused. If the church building is the only place where your spirituality lives in, then who are you to tell me I'm not spiritually living? You Christians, you single-handedly stuck a needle in my faith and overdosed me with doubt. And here I am once again. I see everybody else's reason, but where's my reason to shout? And then I heard a word from the master. He told me, my dear child, you fill me with laughter. Who are you to wake up and tell me your plans when I'm the one who created you? I even designed the way that you stand. And I know it may be hard to, but you must understand that with every pain, every tear, and every hoop that you jump through, I was the one who was always there to protect you. I was even there to make the hoop a tad bit bigger so your head could fit too. And other than the times when you need something, if you could take a minute and focus on me, really focus on me and really focus on me and I'm having a brain
Hey,
fart. Oh, really focus on me, and maybe you'll see that along with your anguish, I took your sins to Calvary with me. I stepped in front of the bullet because I preferred hits me. And who do you think felt your pain when you tore your ACL in your sophomore game? And everything that I do has a purpose, and it's necessary that I strengthen you because the things that you're asking me for, I cannot really give to you. Yeah, I see your big dreams and I see your hopes too, but those aren't the things that I'm necessarily attracted to. So not only must you grow mentally and physically, but your spirit got to grow too. And the trials and tribulations you just got to grow through. And since you having a hard time seeing and making your decision, give me a few more seconds. I promise I'll clear up your vision. I am your light, your strength, and your way maker. I am the one who stood boldly and said, no devil, you cannot take her. I am the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. I am the one who bled upon that cross and died for your sins. I'm the one who make ends begin again. You see, when things die, I have the power to resurrect them, make them live again. And it's not when you're born that your life really begins. It's when you meet me and get cleansed of all your sins. And by the end, every tongue shall confess that I am the true vine. And it's when your heart is connected to mine that you get that eternal lifeline, my child. I am your Lord and your Savior. And I'll ask in return is for you to give your soul to its maker.
wow. I can't express myself because I'm gonna start coughing. Wow. I love it. Somebody said, my God, that is so deep. They're saying yes in the comments. Like, when I got diagnosed with COVID, I was like, oh my God, I feel so much like crap. And so I looked at my schedule, and my schedule is booked for the whole month, you know? And I'm just like, you heard their story. Like, I could not let their story not be told, you know?
Absolutely.
I could not let your story not be told. They could not hear the poet. COVID was not finna not make this happen. And so I'm like, you know what? If I gotta cough this thing off, I got little hugs, I'm just like, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen because y'all are worth it. That's the purpose of my show, Unmasking the Blueprint. And so I can show, huh?
I was saying I love that.
Oh, it's Unmasking the Blueprint because it's introducing people behind the brand. Who is Meagan? Who are you? And when people know who you are, it's even more, it's even more to want to follow you, even more to want to know what you have going on next. And that's why I do what I do, because it's so many of y'all diamonds out there that we just don't see. And I'm here to shake off that dirt and let your little diamond shine, child, because I got some diamonds on here. I hope y'all heard the Meagan Perry. That was even more than I even asked for. I am so excited and so honored that you came today. Is there anything that I missed that you want to say? Because I don't want to miss anything. Do you have a website? Do you have any like?
I do not have a website, but you can follow me on Instagram at Meg MEGG. Don't forget my G because the second G is godly. The poet, Meg. The
Oh,
okay.
okay. Where's her followers and her fans? Can we drop that, please? So, they can follow you on Instagram, and then what else?
Uh, just Instagram. Instagram is where I post most of my content.
Okay.
Or you can go on Facebook and follow at Poetic Praise, or let me make sure I get the name right. Or I praise him, poetically praising or praise poetic. Oh, duh, man. Just do this.
Yeah. Somebody said
Actually,
that wish they wish they could have heard your story. I don't know if they was talking about your story or the who Roxanne Roxanne, which story? The Scots or Megan's? So yes, like I am just y'all have just moved me. I would say I'm finna go do something else, but I'm about to take the rest of this cough medicine and be asleep.
oh, actually, Facebook is Poetic Praise as well. Just
So
POETIC
is it
Praise.
poetic praise?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, y'all got that? Oh yeah, they dropping it. Oh, did you drop that, Megan? See, that's these young folks, child. Y'all youngsters can do all type of stuff. Okay, old people be like, I can't pick that on there right now. So I definitely appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I
And
appreciate you.
so anything else? Any questions
Uh,
for Miss Megan?
now I got something for my mama. Be salty. Shout out to mama. I love you, girl.
Somebody said they would love to hear your story, Megan.
They would love to hear. What would you like to hear? I can tell you like how I started writing.
Okay.
So a part of me writing with Christy, I didn't want anybody to read my poems besides or hear my poems besides Christy. And so what I did was I had this notebook, and actually the notebook is down. It's right here. It's really old. I don't know if you could tell how old it is, but I was like in middle school. And so what I would do is write in his notebook, and I would put it under my mattress. So when my mom came in to clean my room or put something in there, she wouldn't look in it because the lady is nosy, low key. And so
Okay.
I ended up moving to Texas with my dad. And when she moved back here with me from Virginia, I was going through some stuff because I'm nosy, and I found my notebook, and I was like, oh crap, like mom, why you got this? And she was like, well, I seen it, and I seen you wrote some stuff in it, so I didn't want to throw it away, so I kept it. And so that was it. Nobody knew I wrote. I never shared anything. And then my junior year in high school, there was this contest. It was a essay contest about not doing drugs. So I did this poem, and I had wrote something about my uncle and my grandmother. And I was at a basketball game, and my phone just started blowing up. Ding, 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 ding. And they was just telling me, like, Meg just on the iPad. I guess they announced it at school. But even then, nobody knew that I wrote. Like, nobody knew, like, what I wrote. They just knew I entered the essay contest and I won. Only the teacher read it,
Okay.
yada, yada, yada. And so I didn't share anything until I got into my junior year in college. And there is a lady by the name of Brooklyn
Just go back in.
Williams. I'm not sure if she's watching, but she was at Lamar, and I let her hear this poem I had posted on Facebook one day called "I Met a Girl." And so she asked me, like, you ever memorize these poems? And I was like, no, but I didn't think nothing of it. And she's like, you think you can? And I was like, yeah, like sure I can. I wrote it. And then like a week later, she was ahead of the Bible study program at Lamar called Relentless. And so I get there on Thursday, and she was like, yeah, we got this poetry event happening, and I put it on just for you. And I was like, okay. And so I wrote this poem, and I remember going home, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to recite the same ones that I already posted, because they were just me, my camera, and I was in my dorm room. And so that's when I stuck a needle in my faith and overdosed me with doubt. came in when I was in Walmart, and I get in the shower, and it
Just
just starts flowing, and I performed it at the show, and then I came back to my dorm room, and I posted a video, and I went to sleep, and I wake up, and it was viral, and
wow.
so after that, I post a little bit more. I go and perform somewhere, and then now I got like 6, 7 shows a month, and I don't know what to do with them. But yeah, that's how that me performing and all that started off.
But isn't it amazing that you're blowing up doing something that you like to do, that you're comfortable doing, you know?
I actually didn't realize how much I'm gonna say love it until last month. I had wrote this new piece for Therapeutic Sundays, and I um I ended up having to read off my phone because I get through the first line of the poem, and my mind goes blank, and I read the poem off my phone, and I get off stage, and I immediately go outside, and I'm in tears because I told myself that after Christy passed away, every performance has to be bomb, and it has to be good. And so like that in that moment I realized, like I'm not crying just because like I messed up. Like I'm crying because I want to be great. Like even if this was a
Right.
basketball game, I'd be crying right now. So that made me realize that I really love it for more than just, trying to make Christy proud. But because, like that's just something that I've grown to love, and it's just, my new little thing. Um that's it. But I didn't realize how much I did like it until last month, honestly.
I love it. I love it. And I don't even know if you realize kind of how you got pushed into your passion. Like,
A
did you
little bit.
realize that?
I
You
did.
you just kind of like, and sometimes we do have to be pushed into our greatness. But
Mm-hmm.
you're fitting it great. You're doing a wonderful job. I'm so excited.
One
I
thing
can't
that
wait
I've
to.
learned that is no matter what it is, but if you're doing the purpose of God and something that God wants you to do, and you're speaking the gospel and delivering His message and sharing the good news with others, and whatever God's want is what's going to happen. And so it had nothing to do with me either way. Uh, it was going to happen regardless.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, so keep going. You're gonna change the world. God sent. Yes, I love it. Absolutely love your story. That's what people are saying in the comments. And so, like, that's what I was saying. Like, I had to do tonight's show. Like, it wasn't an option for me. Like, I had diamonds in this thing. Like, it's no way I would be able to let y'all just sit on the show. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you so much for being on. I think they dropped in the comments already. Where you gonna be at, my babies? Oh, somebody say you ready for the big time. I know. I'm excited too. Let me give me a screenshot so I can be like, I know her. You know, you look at people like, I don't know her. Did you know you
No,
know me?
you started freezing up, like you started glitching. I was waiting for it to come back.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. What'd you say?
I said, you know how you see somebody be like, I know her. And you be like, I don't know her. I don't know
No,
her.
I'm gonna say I know you. Even though I don't know you, I'm gonna be like, I know her. Give you
Okay, don't do me like that when you get famous, okay?
I got you. I'm gonna remember you for sure.
Okay. Somebody said I need to purchase oh, they said they love your jacket. Is that for sale?
Oh, actually, this design is not for sale. This was like a little Christmas edition. I liked the hoodie when I seen it, so I went and had one made. But I do have T-shirts.
Okay.
I do have T-shirts for sale, and they all say I praise him poetically. I actually have my logo and everything. I don't know if you guys can see it back
Oh,
there,
I do see it. Okay.
but it's a lady with a little. There it is, and out of her mouth is words saying I praise him poetically, meaning the like, poetic praise, my poems.
Yeah.
But in any way that you praise him, like I said, we're all poets. So
Words are so powerful.
yes, ma'am.
They are so powerful. This has been great. This has been great to make sure they have. So yes, she did get pushed into her passion. So y'all go to her Instagram. Can they see what you sell on Instagram?
I will post them. Yes, ma'am. I will post them.
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
somebody working on some shirts for me right now. So
Okay.
I'll
She'll
post
post it on her Instagram. Y'all go ahead and go follow her. Like, we need to be in the know. What's going on? What's going on? I might drop some bars. I'm always gonna do something, girl. I'm gonna do something next, okay?
Send it to me. I want to hit them bars.
So I am so excited, so glad that you're on. And so I don't know if you're gonna dance us out or if you're leaving.
I can't dance.
You went, oh, so you dance like me? No rhythm. It's okay. Words manifest. When I say words manifest and they are powerful, that is true. Well, thank you so much for being on, Miss Meagan.
Thank you for
And we
having
would
me.
love to have you on again.
Oh, of course. Yes, ma'am. Let me know when.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys. So we're gonna go back to the Scots. So you need to stay tuned to see who wins.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Meagan. Bye. Guys, I told y'all I had to have tonight's show. Like, did you see that diamond? Did you see these diamonds?
Hey, I was like, hold on. I was singing, I was listening to a song. I was like, yeah, okay. Man, listen.
I mean,
That baby's got talent.
She does. I hope y'all going to follow her page. Let's support her. She's a young babe. Let's support her.
We already was on the Instagram as soon as she was saying we was,
Thank you so much. So did anybody go do what you told them to do?
Honestly, I don't think so. So if not, though, you win them. Hey, both of y'all ain't do it.
Okay. Y'all gonna be jealous of these types.
Nope, nobody subscribed, so you're good. You won them. Nobody subscribed. This baby, you got some TikTok leggings. Hey, they really do make you have a butt because I don't have one.
You don't have a butt, so
I got one of them.
Okay.
Baby.
I am so glad that y'all was able to come on. Like, I just wanted people to hear y'all and see how great y'all are. Like, I just love y'all. I love Meagan. Like, you see.
Man, I love this. This was so fun. And we could talk about our story all day long. Like,
and I would definitely love to have y'all on another day. I would love it.
We'll promote it next time. I didn't realize it was on Facebook. I thought it was to a whole nother. I don't know. Hey, I'm so slow sometimes. I was like, oh, we going on something. I don't know how to do this, so I'm gonna wait until it's almost time and then invite people because I don't know.
Okay, it's cool. It's cool.
Right. Next
it's
time,
good.
I'm gonna share it as soon as tomorrow hits because Facebook, they only share your stuff. Well,
I go to Facebook jail all the time. I
Facebook don't like me.
I'm always in jail, child. Okay, so we're about to dance out. And tell them if y'all gonna dance out with us or not.
I don't know how to dance, but
we don't dance.
Well, can you let me see if you can see them? But first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I love all y'all support. I love everything about this show. I'm gonna even add Meagan. Look at Meagan.
What's up, baby?
Hey.
All right, come on, Pins. We ready.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in today. It would mean the world to me if you will leave a review, a rating, and subscribe to my show. Please share with your family and friends if you enjoyed the show. This show, American Blueprint, is for you. So send me a message with the topics you want to discuss. Until next time, y'all.
I'm embarrassing myself all on Facebook.
Sorry.